I think we're live. We might be live. Who knows? We're early. Whatever. Happens. Anyways, welcome to Friday Night Strike. I'm your host, Night Strike, and we got a couple of the comments out there on the chat already, trying to see who is out there. The chat is not cooperating. All I know is Black Cat was out there, and somebody else was out there. And Mystic Dunce is out there. So, can't see the rest. So, yep. We got a few people out there. I don't know if everybody watching. Either way, I'm still eating pizza, so. Yes, I went and got pizza. Pizza's the dinner tonight. It's delicious. Pizza is a staple in this household. Again, if you want to jump in, the link is at the top of the chat. So, Jason, I know, Jason, you're off. Jump in here. Come on, you can do it. Mystic is out there. I saw her. I didn't ignore her. I saw her. So, what's going on? Yeah, we're starting a little later today because, well, you know, reasons. No, I usually do, yeah. It's whatever time I choose on Fridays, so just be aware. Sometimes it could be 6 p.m., sometimes it could be 8 p.m. Who knows? So, what's going on? No, Jason, I wasn't calling you out. I was just like, you usually jump in. And I guess if you're working late, you can't help it. So, yep. Not a lot of people out there right now. Oh, well. We're losing people left and right. Black Cat's probably going and quarking me because he just can't help himself. And Gabriel's out there. What's going on, Gabriel? I haven't seen you in a while. What was it? Yesterday? Day before? One of the two. But I missed you. So. And I saw your comment earlier. Thank you for the comment. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, I said I hardly ever get nice comments on my YouTube channel, and M. Gabriel went and gave me a nice comment. So, yeah, there we go. So, another one strike. This is a Friday night strike. So, yeah. You know, I thought about that, Warsaw. I thought about that. I think it would be Gun Hub. And no, I'm not going to do that. Somebody's probably already done that. So. Well, apparently, Guns and Barbecue did a video earlier saying that the Spina Optics AR-15 folding stock adapter is junk. I did not know that. It's good to know. Yeah, Warsaw, we're not getting into that. You keep that to yourself. So, what else is going on? What else? My bank teller asked me about GunTube.org. I have the shirt on. He has a CCW that said he would like to watch some 2A content. Well, there's enough 2A content there to watch. There's tons of it. There's more on YouTube as well, and a lot of it links to YouTube, so, you know. Shouldn't Night Strike have night vision optics on his Icon guns? And Gabriel, that's a good point. But even on my on the guns on my my Icon, the problem is night vision is way too expensive for even the Icon, so I can't afford that. Why do people want folding stocks on AR-15s? What are they trying to make? A SIG 225? I want a SIG 225. There's also Parlor. Well, that's more Twitter thing. So, yeah. Oh, God.
Hello.
George is here. The party's over, guys.
That's right. Let me see the IDs. Anybody drinking? Come on. Fork them over.
Not tonight. I thought about it, but I decided to crack open a cola instead tonight.
Oh, yeah. Just had a milkshake just a little while ago.
I just had 2 slices of pizza as I started the chat.
Ah, cool.
Local pizzeria, New York style.
Ooh, New York style. That's awesome.
Big triangles that you have to fold in half in order to eat.
Yeah. Or put one on top of the other.
Well,
John Travolta style. Saturday Night Fever.
No, I fold them in half because these are too big to put one on top of the other.
Oh, okay, yeah. That big. Okay, yeah. Those are cool. Those are awesome. You know, this is like, get your own pizza.
Well, Jason, next time you see him, tell him to check GunTube.org out. It's up. It's working. I haven't messed with it. It's just designed to run and just run right now. As far as customizations and whatnot, I've been working on stuff, but it's just I need more help. I just don't have enough help, and I can't afford to hire anyone. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like you need to find something that will get you revenue so you can throw it into the website, so you can get, like you said, help and servers or whatever you need and stuff.
Find any Grand Safe 30.6? Not particularly. No, not lately. I have not. The 30.6 I have that I bought before the pandemic. or at least before the ammo shortage.
Yeah.
I got it in like September, early in September. I bought like a couple hundred rounds of like just surplus Kynox stuff, and I bought the gas adjustment, the Schuster gas plug for my Garand as well, just because of the factor that I didn't want to have. If I'm going to use non-M1 specific ammo, I'm going to adjust the gas plug so it runs properly anyways. And it runs. It shoots well. It's fun.
Uh-huh. So, like, do you get that in spam can in the surplus?
No, I bought individual boxes.
Okay.
Because that's all they had left. They didn't have any spam cans left. All they had were just like, generically packed, white box.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Surplus white box. That's it. So, and not Winchester. It was Kynox, so it was from like England or Germany or something.
Mm-hmm.
But all it was just, Full Metal Jacket. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Warsaw says that nice Drake. You have an SKS. Would you want a Chinese Tokarev? No, I don't think so. I would like a Norinco 1911. Those look pretty nice. I've seen some of those. They imported some of those before the ban. But no, I would not want a Chinese Tokarev. I don't want a Tokarev either, really. Because honestly, that gun's not worth any more than $100. And unfortunately, right now they're going for like $200 to $300 to $400. I'm sorry, but that handgun is not worth that. I'm sorry, it's just not. I mean, it's just, it is what it is, and that's my opinion. So deal with it. Don't like it, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I must, I gotta get my SKS back first. I sent it to a gunsmith to have it, fixed because I don't have all the tools to fix it myself. So, I'm waiting on that one.
Oh.
What? What, George?
I fell off a building.
What are you playing?
Counter-Strike.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, I'm playing the bad guys for the first time, man. I've been playing anti-terrorist all day. Well, not all day, just since I got home.
All right. All you need to do is buy the bulletproof vest and buy whatever rifle you want. You will always have money every game for
it. Yeah.
Because you don't need the flashbang, you don't need the grenades. Just get the rifle and whatever gun you like.
Yeah, because the other
otherwise
guy,
you'll never have enough money to get everything you want.
Yeah, because the other guys are the only that always throw the grenades anyway. So you pretty much just get what you want, what you need, and then go at it and build up your money so you can either get something else. But yeah, it's playing that.
Jason Stewart says, "What the fuck? An imported 1911 blasts me to the highest level." Well, technically, my 1911 was made in the Philippines, so Though at one point the Philippines was part of the United States.
It's what to call it? What's the brand?
ATI.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
ATI FX Firepower Extreme.
Cool.
Yeah. The other company is Rock Island. Everybody's heard of them.
Yeah, Rock Island. That's the one I was thinking about.
Well, there's only two of them. There's only two companies that do these days, and that's ATI and Rock Island. And Warsaw says a Tokarev is nothing like a 1911. You're absolutely right. A 1911 actually works.
Yep. It's been proven since 1911.
It's been proven since 1911.
Yeah.
It's true.
So what are you up to, buddy?
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Thinking I might start up a video game myself if you're playing Counter-Strike. Maybe I'll install Counter-Strike and totally kill you.
No, this one's on the Xbox.
Ah.
I don't have any game piece. I don't have any PC games.
You got to get a PC, man.
Hey, I need to get a new one.
If you do get one, just get like one of those HPs. I mean, don't get the high-end Omen stuff, but get just like the standard ones where like they're like $500. Yeah, they're not great. You really could do with a better graphics card in some of those, but they work. I mean, I've upgraded them. They work.
Oh, yeah.
I just wouldn't personally pay $500 for them. Maybe 2 or 3. Okay, now he's defending Tokoro, saying they do work, and I'm like, I've yet to see it. I'm pretty sure Armed Ape would say otherwise.
Goes video, link to video.
So every town is buying ads to push for universal background checks on TV.
Jeez. Universal background checks. Jeez, that's just ridiculous. You're in the system, dude.
So Jason Stewart says, "I'd kick your ass, but at the moment I'm throwing up my dinner, and the more I think about it, I may just cry. I care that much for you, but not enough to donate you a Colt." Yeah, I don't want a Colt 1911. I don't. I really don't. I mean, Rock Islands and ATIs are decent. And just remember, the Philippines were once part of the United States anyways. We took it from Spain. And then the Japanese invaded during World War II, and then we took it back. Thank MacArthur for that one. But and then we decided to let them become their own country, and that's worked out so well for them, hasn't it? Yeah. And I say that sarcastically.
They get into the medical field, and they come over here and become nurses and doctors. Ooh, excuse me.
No, mister, please don't no, Stacy, please do not beat me up. Please. I've already been beaten up by Jessie enough. Gunpowder Beauty.
Gunpowder Beauty.
She's already beaten me up enough. I don't think I can take it.
Oh, throat punch. Ouch.
Yeah. It's consecutive.
So what's going to be on the agenda today? Any odd topics? Any articles?
Nah, not really.
Just whatever. Okay.
Just whatever.
Did you ever talk about the subject?
The Moros were the reason for the 45. Yes, they were.
Talk about that 2 kids that broke into a house that they escaped from a home.
Yeah, and, you mean 2 orphans that escaped from a home that broke into a house that had AKs and whatnot and other guns in it, and they decided to have a shootout with the cops with the intent to kill the cops, and then they got arrested for attempted murder of law enforcement and for breaking and entering and what was it? Attempted theft? Yeah.
That was crazy, dude, because I was like, I thought they had killed the girl.
12 and a 14-year-old? What the hell?
I thought they had killed the girl because it was a girl and a boy. And I thought I had heard that it was the boy that was like, "You won't take us alive. You won't take us back." And I think it was the girl, man, the one that did it.
They don't need to worry about that. They're going straight to fuck you in the ass prison. They're done. It's over for them.
Yeah, and I think it was crazy that they
it doesn't matter if you were a kid or not. If you use a gun to try and kill someone, that with intent like that, you go straight to jail. You do not pass go. You do not get juvie.
Yeah. And then I was thinking, like, man, do you think that orphanage or that home they were at, do you think they were like something else was going on there that they said, hell no, we're not going back?
No. The orphanage should be investigated for that. Yes.
Yeah, because that's why I was kind of like,
or the foster home or whatever it was.
Yeah, for them to,
for them to go and do that, makes you wonder what kind of environment they were in before that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. When I heard the story in the news, I was like, man, that's crazy. What's going on there?
Yeah. Yep, I saw that and I just shook my head. Nope.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy, man.
Also, what we were talking about with Mario Mosen yesterday, where California is going to own 45% of your home.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You don't have to worry about property rights anymore because you won't have them in California.
Dang.
Yeah, Mario almost lost it.
Didn't Mario I don't know if he spoke in the past, but didn't he say he wanted to try to move?
Oh yeah, he says he wants to move, and I'm like, well, go to Arizona. It's right next door. You're not that far. You can drive if you need to meet family in California again. And he's like, no, it's too hot there. And I go, motherfucker, it's hot in California too. What the hell?
Hot in Texas. It's hot everywhere.
I mean, and yes, I know I've been cursing this evening, and I should stop that. But it's just like, damn. All right, I got that out of my system. I'll probably have to censor this.
Oh, yeah.
So, apparently, also on February 2nd, if you read the article about the Sunrise, Florida shooting, where FBI agents were injured, if you read that article, within 35 minutes after 8 p.m. on February 2nd, of which the article was released, the FBI has subpoenaed the publisher for your IP address and your phone number in an attempt to identify you. While the subpoena simply states that the information relates to a federal criminal investigation being conducted by the FBI, a little reading between the lines illuminates the most likely scenario. The USA Today article was about the Fort Lauderdale, Florida shooting, in which 2 FBI agents were killed and 3 were wounded, which, was covered by USA Today. Mm-hmm. It would seem the FBI believes the suspects were monitoring the USA Today's story during that specific 35-minute window, and they want a list of those readers as a way to help find the perpetrators. The only glitch in that narrative is that all indications on the day of the shooting were that the sole suspect killed himself after barricading himself in his apartment for a couple of hours immediately after the shootout. So I have no idea what the FBI is actually looking for. Meanwhile, USA Today's publisher is fighting to the subpoena in court, saying that the request violates the First Amendment protections, which it does, of both the reader and the publisher, as well as DOJ policy. I'd have to agree, given the extremely vague description of what the FBI wants this information. If they can make a compelling case why they want what they want and why they're focusing on this article during this time frame, etc., they should get a warrant. And they should.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Roland Chip says, hell, with the tax letter I got in Georgia, they want to own part of mine, freaking $5,000 a year. Well, yeah. Yeah. So, what else? What else is going on? I'll look for another article to read because I'm bored today. I don't have anything to do. There's not a lot of. There could be more chats out there. I know we got 11 people out there, but only Roland Tripp and Jason and Mystic have said anything. And, Jumpy's out there, too.
Hey, Jumpy.
And then Gabriel. Come on, guys. Speak up. If you have pizza, put down the pizza and, pull up the keyboard. So. So have you heard anything interesting?
No. Been out all day.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Texas.
Yes.
Why hasn't Governor Abbott signed 1927?
I have no idea, but they've been talking about that. They've been saying that why is he delayed on
he wanted all those bills on his desk, and he has them now, and he hasn't signed a single one.
Yeah, that's weird because people in the radio have been talking about that. They're saying that he's already got it, but why is he waiting? What's he waiting for? And
has he released any statements?
And not that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should have already just signed it and says, "That's it, guys. It's done." Yeah, I don't know why. That's odd. I think even on YouTube that ads saying that.
Yep. Snake Doctor 78 says, I would love to get my crypto up to around 1,000 per year in growth. Trump's Facebook page is banned again. Thought he got it back.
I heard that he was supposed to be. I think he was supposed to come back. He was able to come back to Twitter or something. I can't remember hearing something, some social media thing. But other than that, I haven't heard if it's happened already. But
if your crypto gets up to 1,000 per year in growth, sell it and buy land. Tony says.
And Tony's here.
And he's here. And he's here. Tony, school us all about crypto.
Well, I told you in the very beginning, way back in 2010, that it was fake currency. Now, some people made money because they took advantage of other people. But I'm just telling.
Well, some people also made money because they use the doctrine of buy low, sell high.
That's just like elementary. Okay, the problem is, I would love to buy some land. Yeah, you're if you want to invest in something, invest in land, real estate, or something. Don't invest in a fake currency. The proof is in the pudding. All it takes is one person like Elon to come along, you see. I was telling Barrett this the other day. I said, go out and try to affect the price of gold just by saying something, right? You can't, because gold is a tangible asset and there's a demand for it, right? The way that you create demand for a fake currency is just through emotion, right? It's all based on emotions, and that should be your first clue right there.
By the way, if you own a laptop or a desktop computer, the pins on your processor are made of gold.
Yeah, I mean, gold has a real use, and it's a real.
And the reason why they use why they use them on the pins is because gold is really good at conducting electricity.
And I'm not saying buy gold. I'm just saying that I'm just using that as an example of something that's real and that is produced and that has a value, intrinsic value. So I think it's funny.
Well, I played with it, but I've always bought it low and sold it high, and that's the basics. But hey, if it makes me an extra 50 cents or $1 every time I do it, why not, right? But I would never throw everything I have, my entire life savings into it and bet on it, because that's just like doing anyone that does that with cryptocurrency or even the stock market, they're going to lose their shirt.
You see, and people get me wrong on this. I bought Bitcoin and bought and sold it. Big deal. But I also know that it was totally silly, and I didn't invest that much. It was just for fun, right? When Robinhood first came out, Barrett and I got our little accounts and we played with it, right? So we made a little money, but if you're like me and you work every day and you can't sit around your computer and watch it, you can't day trade by, you know what I mean? Like you can't invest $10,000 in Bitcoin and then go to work for a week and then turn around and come back and say, oh, dang, what happened to Bitcoin? That's the only way you can trade something as volatile as Bitcoin is just be a day trader, right?
Right.
It's not a long-term investment.
No, and you shouldn't treat it as such.
Yeah. So as long as the only thing that has ever irked me about Bitcoin and crypto is the herd mentality, is the sheep, the religious fervor that was gained around it. That was what drove me nuts. But anyway, see what you did, Snake Doctor?
Snake Doctor totally
you released the hounds.
Release the hounds.
Roland Tripp says, I have a little land, just got to figure out how to use it to my advantage with taxes. Need to clear a little of it and make some type of farm. Yes, and if it's out in the country, that also means you have a range. Unless you live in a state that says no to that. You
don't buy land for a tax advantage. Well, except for when you go to sell it. If you improve it and you gain equity in it, and then when you sell it, you wait till you...
Snake Doctor 78 says, oh no, it's only extra cash. I would never put anything into it. Okay. All right.
So what
he's saying he's only been playing with it. He hasn't been putting his entire life savings into it.
So anyway, what I'm saying is that if when you improve, say like we do, we buy a property and build houses on it, and after a couple of years, after you have to live in that house that you build for 2 years, 2 out of 5 years, you have to live in it, and then when you sell it, you don't have to pay capital gains tax on that the profit that you make. So that is the tax advantage. That's the only tax advantage that you have with properties when you basically sell it, that you avoid paying taxes. You don't really purchase it to have a tax shelter per se.
Right.
Yeah, of course your taxes are going to go up when you improve property taxes will go up. That's kind of a common sense. It's a given. Yeah. But when you sell the property, you're gaining, hopefully you're gaining something back. If you don't, you hold on to it until you can.
Yeah, well, Roland Tripp, I hope it is your forever hope. And I hope you're happy with your home. No. Because again, you built it yourself, so there you go.
Well, if you build it yourself, you should take advantage of the equity that you have in it and sell it. That's the point. That's the only way to gain. That's the only way to benefit from the equity that you have.
Yeah, but then he has to go find another property, another house.
That's right. That's the wonderful life that we live as builders, design builders.
Yeah, I know, Tony. You just lived the rock star life.
No, it's not a rock star life. Trust me.
That's not what I've been hearing, man. That's not what I've been hearing.
I don't have any women or drugs or, sex.
Okay, so you're living the Christian rock star life.
No Christian rock star life. No sex, drugs, or no fast women.
No fast women. No sex.
There's no groupies in construction. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen those Mexicans. I'm saying
there are groupies, but they're not that good. They're not as good looking as the ones in music.
Oh,
rock and roll.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But he said, but Roller Trip says yes. But yes, have a pistol and a rifle range. That's what you need, man. That's what you need.
Oh yeah, awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Tony's next build, his next house build is going to be out in the middle of nowhere in a cabin. It's got to be fully self-sufficient. It's got to be on land, and he's just going to do whatever he wants. He won't even need to go to a range anymore.
You know what's funny? I went to look at this 16 acres the other day out in the middle of Sequatchie County, which is very rural, right?
Right.
And I go out there and look at it, and Barrett was with me, and he was like, hey, there's a house over there. I said, what are you talking about? Apparently, the guy who bought this property put a concrete pad on it, so close to the property line that you could see the adjacent house, which was on like 50 acres. So you had like 60 acres and 2 houses, and they both built them close to each other. Aren't humans funny like that?
Yeah, if it was me, I'd want to build it either in the middle of the property or towards the back of the property.
Yeah. So
I don't want to be around people.
No. So that one was checked off the list.
Yeah, he's like, I don't. Roland Tripp says I don't want to move my kid and wife around, and building a house is stressful. It is. It can be. If you're not a builder like Tony,
it's not stressful if you love doing it.
It can be very stressful if you're not an expert like Tony.
Well, you have to love it.
Yeah.
You can't.
So
it's stressful for when we build houses for other people. I can see the stress in their eyes, and I try to alleviate it, but they still are very happy when it's done and they're moved into their own home.
Yeah, eventually they'll be happy.
Yeah. We become, you need to get stressed out every now in your life. You can't just be happy all the time. You need to go through that 1 year of stress one time building your own house. It's a lot of fun. You gain, 20, 30% equity in the property. You've got a real investment. It's not cryptocurrency. It's not fake. There's never been a time in history when real estate has dropped that much. Not 1,000% like crypto or whatever. What's been the highest drop now? Was it 60? What was it? 60,000.
Crypto was at 60,000.
It was Bitcoin was at 60 at one time, right? And now it's gotten down to 30 or so.
It dropped like 40%. So
yeah.
I'll buy it at 5 cents. When it gets back down to 5 cents, I'll buy it.
5 cents.
Yeah.
Cool.
It won't get back down to 5 cents. That's the joke.
It will. So by the time Elon gets through with it, it'll be 5 cents, and it deserves to be at 5 cents because air is less than 5 cents. Or actually, air is probably worth more than 5 cents, isn't it? Per whatever volume it is. I was trying to think of something that wasn't worth much, but grass. Everybody has grass in their yard.
Yeah, I got grass.
I got grass. Not the smoking kind, but grass, yeah.
Yeah, no, BTC is around 37K right now. It's like after 78. It's at 37 now.
Well, if you watch it, you can't really say what it is from minute to minute because it's so volatile.
No, I know. But right now it's at 37. It's like, yeah.
Where's my phone? But just in a day,
I don't own any Bitcoin either. I wish I had one Bitcoin. I wish Tony could donate me one Bitcoin.
I don't have. All I have is like $100 worth of Bitcoin. It's like 20. It's like 30 decimal points I have of Bitcoin.
Well, when you get $37,000 worth of Bitcoin, let me know.
It's it, and it's probably down. My $100. Let me check it.
It probably went down too. Yeah.
It's a.
$100 is now about worth $50.
My $100 is no. It's worth. How is it worth $100.64? So it hasn't dropped that low yet. That from when I bought it.
Yeah. I don't own any Bitcoin. I've got Doge though. I've got Doge just because buy low, sell high, and that's what I've been doing with it.
No, you bought it because Elon told you to. That's my whole point.
No, I bought it because it was trending. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Because Elon said it was trendy.
I don't give a damn about what some South African says.
A lot of people do. A lot of sheep. There's a lot of sheep out there.
No, I do not give a damn. Actually, I probably should sell my Doge.
I forgot how much Ethereum. I'd have to look at Coinbase to see what's that. Ethereum.
Yeah, I never got into Bitcoin or stuff.
Yeah, it's your fault.
I remember hearing somebody say on the news one time when they're talking about that some guy tried buying pizzas, 2 pizzas with Bitcoin, and they were kind of like, "What the heck are you doing?"
Didn't he succeed?
I think he did.
I have $18 in my Ethereum wallet, but I don't know how many. Oh, I have 0.0066929 Ethereum.
All right, Dogecoin is up from where I bought it. I bought it like it went down to 29 cents. I bought more. I bought just like a handful of it, and I've got like $25 worth of Doge now.
What is the whoever the person that's going to be rich is the one that
it got it like 3 or 5 cents.
When the whole blockchain thing's going to fall apart, and the digital currency that will take over the world will be the one that is not dependent on anything like mining or blockchain, or it'll just be as common as the dollar is, And that's what the geeks don't understand, is that the system was created so complicated and so convoluted that nobody wants to take part in it.
Well, it's also the fact that there's a finite amount.
It's like trying to actually make a transaction with crypto and see how much it costs you in gas fees.
You mean transfer fees?
They call them gas fees.
Yeah.
Gas fees.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, who got me started on this crypto thing?
Snake Doctor 78. It's all his fault.
Golly, it just reminds me of the whole sheep.
So Tony, have you decided what you're going to do as far as the camera front?
No. I do want to get a camera though, because now if I have my phone stuck on my drone for the controller, I can't take video at the same time. I'm
loving your old camera. I'm just saying. I love
your
that
what?
Thing. I love that thing.
Oh, I thought you were trying to sell it back to me. I was like, I want a smaller camera.
No, I love.
You know what I love? You know what I love about that camera was the theater mode on it. It took the coolest video in theater mode. You could make a really scary movie.
Right. I've been using it, and it fits perfectly on my tripod.
Have you got a big microphone?
I haven't gotten a microphone for it.
That you can put like an afro on the end of it, like everybody does.
I haven't found a microphone for it yet. No, sadly. I want to get one though. So.
I don't know why. What I don't understand about cameras is why they've Have you ever noticed there's like two religions in cameras? There's the DSLR type cameras, and then there's like the camcorder type cameras.
Yeah, and then there's the GoPros.
Why can't we just? Oh God, just
you knew I was going to mention it.
Do you know you can buy a GoPro, the Chinese GoPro, on like Alibaba for like $10 or something, right?
Yeah, but then it's going to have the same problem actual GoPros have, where if you use them for too long, the cameras overheat.
Yeah, they were way overpriced. I remember when they first came out, I was like, really, $600-800? What were they? They were really expensive.
That's why you use a camcorder type video recorder, because it doesn't overheat.
It only took China about a year to come up with an off-brand name that they sold. What is it, Alibaba, or what's the website you can go into and buy like 100 at a time? Mm-hmm. And you could buy 10 of them for like $1,000 at that point. But they weren't branded. See, that's what China does. They steal our technology and they create it and they sell it back to us unbranded. And all these people, and I even fell for some of this. I had these Chinese companies contacting me. This was a couple of years ago. I don't know if you probably didn't notice it, but we did 3-night videos and we did all the Chinese flashlight videos.
Chinese flashlights.
And they were garbage, and the batteries kept decaying.
So you're not a fan of Olight?
No, I'm over flashlights. I like Surefire, but then there was the funniest one was the company that came out with the shoes, the chainmail shoes that were supposed to be indestructible. And the first thing Bear and I did when we got them out of the boxes, I took my grinder to them and I cut them right in half. And I was like, they look pretty destructible to me.
Snake Doctor 78 says, "Oh, and I do have gun news. I bought an AR 7.62 by 39 upper. BCA upgraded their firing pin for them. They put a video out on it. So I guess you got one." All right. Well, hey, you got an AR upper and 7.62 by 39. Now go find a blasphemous logo.
I don't like mixing genders on rifles.
You mean calibers?
No, to me it's like, I don't know. Having an AR with 7.6239 is just weird. Okay. I'm an old timer, remember?
Yes, you are.
What about with a AR with a folding stock? Somebody saying that on chat, saying what?
Underfolder. Yeah, I don't know. Don't you think it's weird? I mean, it's America. You can do whatever you want to, but
right.
I mean, why don't you just get a BB upper for your AK or something? I don't know.
I don't understand that either.
But it's America, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that people, they'll get like 100 guns, but then they want to they're not happy, so then they start making them weird. They start can you say bastardizing on the phone? On the
how about Frankenstein?
Frankenstein, thank you. Oh God, that was
I'll allow it.
That was a nicer word. I don't normally cuss.
I know you know.
And I was trying to do it in context, but it's harder to.
It's like putting a chainsaw on the front of an AR or some weird gadgets on it or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that disease humans get when they just can't be happy with what they have. I got an AR, I got an AK, I got a 1022, whatever. But no, I have to have an AR that has a 1022 upper on it, and I have to have an AK with an AR upper, and I have to, you know what I mean? What? You already got all those three rifles.
Yeah.
I know people are going to start calling me FUD again like they always do.
You mean you're not?
I never have actually understood what the term means. I think it's dumb. I think all this name calling is done. So whatever.
Okay. All right. He's not, guys. So don't listen. Don't listen to those people that say yes. So. Oh, why people texting me?
I can't believe the gun community falls for that tactic of name calling. You know,
I don't understand it myself.
You know, it's just it's the perfect way to divide. You know. Yeah, and why do you need? And I know, here we go, FUD again. But I'm just saying, you can get an AK-74. What do you need why do you need a 5.56 on an AK for? It's just it's sacrilegious.
I would not get an AK 5.56. I'd only get it in 5.45 or 7.62 by 39.
I mean, if you just have too much to do and you can't keep up with what you got going on now, I don't want to have to worry about, grabbing the wrong ammo for my AK,
Right.
I'm out there. I've got the zombies running at me. Oh my God, I grabbed the 5.56 magazine and I needed a 7.62 magazine. Dang. I know that's a bad example because one's kind of banana shaped and the other one's more straight, but
right. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
So.
Only Glock guy.
Only Glock guys do that.
I don't know any Glock guy that Frankenstein's guns.
Well, how many Glocks do you own?
2. Is that right?
That's 2 more than I do.
I have a 19 and a 42. And I had one. I've had more, but they got stolen, unfortunately. I was a goober.
You only got one.
George, you have 1 more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have one of the greatest pistols ever made?
Because I bought a 1911 instead.
No, you can't carry 1911 in your pocket. I can carry a Glock 42 in my pocket.
Well, I actually can carry a 1911 in my pocket.
You can, but it'll stick out.
Well, not in the wintertime.
That's open carry.
Not in the wintertime. I can bundle up. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right, too.
I've got a 1911. I have a Colt 70 series. I love that thing, but I wouldn't carry it. It's too dang heavy.
Yeah, I don't like carrying it either.
I mean, my pants would fall down.
It is heavy. You're right. So... But I
always thought 1911s were great guns for shoulder holsters or something like that.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I've also got the 320 compact, and I like carrying that because it's polymer, but it's better than a Glock.
Hey, a snake doctor needs to come to Jesus. He needs to have a come to Jesus meeting because he said he doesn't like Glocks. So
I've also got a P209 DAC, and while it's heavier than the 320, I carry it anyway sometimes, just because the factor that, I like the DAC system. I know not a lot of people like the double action Kellerman system, but I do. I'm one of those crazy people.
Snake Doctor, have you ever actually shot a Glock 19 or a Glock 42? Or a Glock 18? I have shot a Glock 18, baby. Yeah, if you ever held a Glock 18 in your hand and ripped off those rounds, you would just be like, your life, your life
has been incomplete until now.
You would become enlightened all in that 1 second.
Yeah. The problem is you can't own a Glock 18 regularly.
No, but you can go to a shoot and shoot one. That's what I did. Yeah, go to an event.
I'd rather have the semi-auto version of the Glock 18, the 17.
Yeah, I love the 17.
I mean,
it's just a little too big too.
If I bought any Glock, it would be a 17.
The 17 is the 1911.
So that's just it.
The 19 is the perfect pistol. It's big enough to be what it is, and it's small enough to be more than that. whatever that means.
Yeah. You shot a 19. I've shot Glocks before. I don't like them.
Y'all are just saying that because it's fashionable in the gun community to hate Glocks. Come on now, be honest. You tell me something to be honest about, and I'll be honest about it. But you all be honest.
Smooth shooting,
huh?
There's smooth shooting when you fire Glocks, man.
Oh man, the Glock 19 is the smoothest shooting pistol in the world. Besides the 42 is a little bit.
All right, Tony, be honest about your favorite junk food.
My favorite junk food?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean? You don't mean like?
I mean like.
You talking about like pizza?
I mean like pork rinds, potato chips, that kind of junk food.
Zingers, ding dongs, snowballs,
like that.
So I would have to say it would just be like I've limited myself to a pizza. I have to like tonight, Friday night's my pizza night. I can't have it anymore except on Fridays. But pizza is my cocaine. So there's my honesty. Now
pizza's my staple.
Pizza's
one of my staples.
No, it's cocaine. I had to quit. I was addicted to it. I was eating it every night, and I had to stop.
Wow!
I've lost 25 pounds since I just went to once a week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I have pizza probably, once every, couple
That's the
weeks.
thing. I just don't understand why people can't just be honest. I mean, come on now. Not as many people don't hate Glocks as to say they do. Okay, you don't hate a gun. Okay,
I don't hate it, but I just don't
dislike it. You might just be indifferent to it, but you don't hate guns. You can't name a gun I hate. Name a gun.
You're right.
Name a gun that I have ever said. I've known you for how many years? 10, 12 years?
Yeah.
Name a gun that I've ever said I hate. You can't do it.
I can't. Okay,
you don't hate guns.
I don't hate Glocks. I just dislike them, and I don't want to own one if I can help it.
Why would you dislike a gun?
Well, I've shot them, and I just don't see the appeal. I honestly don't see the appeal.
Okay, well, that means you're kind of indifferent. What's the word for? But you don't hate.
Apathetic?
You don't join this club. You don't join a club that hates that gun.
No. I don't join clubs.
There's like a whole Glock hating club on the internet. They get together once a year and they worship an owl.
Really? Have you heard this? You got this firsthand information?
They feed young ladies to the fire pits.
And yes, Keith, we know. Keith Goyer says the Glock 17 started all in 1982, and yes, we know.
Yeah, we know a little history about the Glock.
Like the Tupperware.
The box. Snake Doctor 78 is being honest. He says vanilla zingers. Yum.
Vanilla zingers.
Yeah. I like the chocolate ones myself.
Chocolate ones are awesome.
What are zingers? I forgot.
They're basically an off-brand of Twinkies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they got frosting on top of it.
I've always thought that those type of things had like foam, like styrofoam for the outer core. I was afraid to eat them. Have you ever seen the white ones that are like spongy on the outside?
Yeah.
I think those things are made of polystyrene or something.
Okay, here I'm gonna screen share, and I know Night Strike screen sharing. Watch out. But these are what zingers are. They're basically like Twinkies with frosting on top of them. Okay.
Oh,
I gotta go to the. I'm on the YouTube side, so there's a lag.
That's what.
Yeah. Go find the ones that have the white or the yellow cake looking.
Those are Twinkies.
Twinkies. Okay.
Yes.
The spongy ones.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pull those up in a second.
On Zingers, the one that Night Strike showed, they made yellow ones. They have like chocolate ones, and then they also have.
They also have the raspberry Zingers.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Okay.
Listen
to New York Outcast. Now, see, if I was going to have a gun I was going to throw away, it would be like a.
Okay. So for Tony, we're pulling up the picture of Twinkies now. So, again.
There you go.
This is a Twinkie. Okay?
See, that outer core is made of like polystyrene or.
No, that's just it's just cake.
What's the expanded foam that you put around your windows?
Just sponge cake it.
Remember when Hostess Twinkies were going to go out? They're like,
oh my God.
No. You buy a $500 box, because this may be the last box.
See the Glock religion, the anti-Glock religious leaders are in the chat now.
Oh God, the Glock leaders are in the chat.
Glock equals hammer. Yeah.
Glock is a perfect vehicle gun for a backup.
I love Glock, but I mean,
you know what it is? They hate it because you could use a Glock as a hammer if you had to, and it would still work.
It would. All right, that's enough about Twinkies. I mean,
Are they making you hungry?
I like Twinkies and I like Zingers, so yes, I do. Yeah. The problem is, I don't want to go to New York. I don't like New York, but I may have to go to New York at one point because I want a deep fried Twinkie.
Oh man, I remember.
Who was it? Was it Salty Shellback that did a?
I know the Texas State Fair does it, and I know they do them up in Coney Island in New York.
Who did this thing where they found a Twinkie that was like 20 years old and they opened it and ate it and it was like cardboard or something? Was that Salty Shellback that did? I think so.
I don't know.
They have a long shelf life. We'll just put it that way. That's what's scary. Anything that has a shelf life that long, that's just in that little thin plastic baggie, you should question its makeup.
Its authenticity, yes.
Yeah, you should question the chemical makeup.
Los Sombritos.
You could use them for, killing, coronavirus, most likely, after a certain number of years.
Twinkies is like the MREs of the snack world.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Zippy 9898 is out there again. What's going on, Zippy?
Zippy.
Mr. FN8 says he got his PSA AKP tonight. Awesome. I'm probably going to pick up a GF3 soon. Daniel says deep fried bacon at the fairs is awesome.
Deep fried bacon? Wow.
I haven't had deep fried bacon.
How else do you have bacon?
I don't know, but deep fried, I've never tried that. That sounds awesome.
Well, in the South, that's how we eat it. You put about an inch of lard in the bacon in the skillet and fry it.
I've had deep fried corn dogs. Those are good.
Oh, corn dogs.
Deep fried corn dogs. Those are good. You've had those, right, Tony?
No, I haven't had one yet.
Oh, man, you got to try it, man.
I've had deep fried turkey.
Oh, yeah, deep fried turkey is delicious.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Dangerous, but good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got on discussion of food again. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
No.
They're not putting out any questions or anything.
No, they're not.
Topics.
Just Glock hate, that's all.
Glock hate,
Oh, hey, they've got a kit to make your own Twinkies at home.
Cool.
I know Tony's not impressed.
Do you have to buy the expanded foam that you use around your windows to put in there?
Yes, Tony, you do. Sadly. Sadly, you need that. Wow. Thanks, Tony. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Now, the next time you eat one, you're going to question it. You're going to say, it does kind of have a chemical taste to it. So taste one and really just concentrate on it for a second, and you'll have that chemical taste in your mouth. Yeah. And you'll be saying, the Chinese really know how to make desserts.
Sam of Anarchy 92 out there says, hello, fellow gun nuts. How are you all? We're good. Daniel says they batter it in like the funnel cake stuff, and then they fry the bacon. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awesome.
That makes more sense than saying deep fried bacon, because most bacon is fried.
Yeah, pan fried in lard or.
No, if you put enough grease in there, that can technically,
Right, but same thing. You could also just submerge it in oil too.
I'm kind of poking fun at Southerners because I used to go into these houses when we'd renovate them, and we'd go into the kitchens, and they, how in the South people leave their skillets on their stove all the time, and they reuse the lard.
Yeah.
Well, there's some that would be like an inch thick with lard, and it would gross me out every time. I was just like, I refuse to renovate kitchens anymore in the South.
You won't renovate. So what you're saying is you won't renovate my kitchen either?
I charge extra for deep fried bacon kitchens.
Well, I don't have a pan on my stove. I just actually got my stove. I just replaced my stove with one of those the glass top ones with the
infrared.
Yeah, the infrared induction stuff.
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
I just replaced my stove with that, but it's just my kitchen needs to be gutted because all the wood on all the cupboards and everything, they're falling apart because 1967.
That means they're still made of wood if it's 1967.
Yeah, but the wood is disintegrating because it's that old.
Too much gunpowder in the kitchen.
I don't want to say it's too much gunpowder, but I won't deny there might have been just a little bit of gunpowder.
Frog lube.
No, I did not use frog lube. I used too much fire clean. I used too much fire clean in my frying pan. That's why I had to replace the stove.
What was that other cleaner? What is the other clear one?
It was fire clean, which basically was just vegetable oil. You remember that?
I remember Frog Lube sent us some Frog Lube to review. This was like when it first came out. This was like 10 years ago. I thought I was never gonna get that crap out of my range bag. That stuff, if it spills a little, leaks a little in your range bag, it'll smell that way for infinity. You can't get it out. And it's a strong smell, too. It repels all kinds of rats and insects.
Okay. Daniel says, at Night Strike, vote what small truck should I get for a work truck? A Ridgeline, a Tacoma, a Colorado, or a Ranger?
Just get an F-150 and forget about the small truck.
Yeah, I can get one right now. I just saw an article. They got a whole bunch,
You can't work out of a toy truck.
I heard up in Louisville where they make some of the F-150s, they just have a whole lot full of them that don't have any of their onboard computers in them because guess what? They can't get silicon chips for them.
Dang.
Yep. They have a whole fleet of them out there. I'm a fan of the Tacomas, so if you want to get a Tacoma, go for it. The Rangers are also pretty good too. So those are my choices. George?
Yeah.
Can I screen share something for a second? Let's see.
Okay, but be nice.
It's not butt hairs or anything like that.
Okay, fine.
Big butt pictures, whatever they.
I know you love to do that.
So this is my artist construction website, and I got this 40-year celebration column here. And if you go, I'll show you the coolest. See that Mitsubishi truck right there?
Yeah.
I bought that brand new in 1987. That was the last small truck I bought. And I'm telling, who was it that said a small truck? The reason I'm telling them is because I built this log cabin for this lady, and this truck was never big enough to haul anything around in. So if you're going to use it for a work truck, you need to get at least like a 150 or something like that. Because I had this truck for 5 years, and I regretted all 5 years of it.
Wow. Yeah, F-150 trucks are good, man. We got one here at the house.
Yeah.
You got a Tahoe and an F-150.
When he said Ridgeline, that's the Honda truck, and those aren't that bad.
That's not a truck. Originally, Honda. That's like saying Elon's truck is a truck. It's not a truck.
No, it's not. That's an SUV.
Hilarious, man. There was a Photoshop picture of those trucks, and they had put Brownsville police on it. Saying that Elon Musk was going to probably donate some to the police department, and they were going to use them and stuff. That would have been funny if they did.
The only thing good about that Mitsubishi was the gas mileage. That was it. You could put one time. I remember when I was building that log cabin right there. I tried to take my table saw and circular saw and everything out there at the same time.
Mhm.
No, it was full. By the time I got my typical tools in there, it was like full. And I was like, dang, this is a tiny little thing.
The bed.
So, but I didn't use any gas driving out there.
He says, I wouldn't really haul things in it. I have a Chevy 2500 flatbed. Just need something to commute. I'm leaning Ridgeline. Okay, well, get a Ridgeline then. If you just need something to go to point A to point B.
Well, just don't get a truck. Don't call it a truck, though. That's just sacrilegious. That's good. Call it a Ridgeline, but
okay. Well, hold on, Tony. Tony, what if you said he wanted to get a Ram?
That would be worse.
A Dodge Ram. That's a truck.
No, it's a truck, but it's anyway. You're going away. You're going down a rabbit hole now.
Well, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole because it's my show.
Where's this other house? This was 19. I got an older picture.
Some of the Dodge Rams have Hemis in them. Okay, so
can you see this?
Yes, I can see it.
Not that one. Not that one. This is even 19. This is like 1980. How do I make this bigger?
The plus sign.
Well, when I did that, it went to the next picture. Anyway, this is a Ford F-250. I don't know if you can see that.
Left click on it.
Left click on it.
Open image in new tab.
Okay. Good thing we have a tech guy here. There we go. Can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
This was another, for some reason, log
Isn't it like a 78?
Yeah, this exactly. How did you know? 1978, which I bought in 1982, I think.
Yeah.
And
my cousin has one of those, and my friend that I went to college with, he had one of those too, and it finally died on him when we were a few years after we got out of college, and he complained on and on how he's been trying to find another one, but because he waited so long, they've gone up in price to find just a decent one you can use these days.
So to me, we should have like a truck lovers union that said and comes up with rules, right? So you can't call it a truck unless you can put a piece of plywood in the back of it. That's so. Can you put what's the Honda Ridgeline have a 5-foot bed in it, or not even?
Well, Daniel says the Ridgeline has gun storage though under the bed.
Oh, see, here we go. Appealing to gun. Nobody cares. If you're going to talk trucks, you're talking about, the working class, construction guys. We're not talking about frou-frou gun owners. Okay. We're talking, now you're getting into the working class now.
Well, he says it's just point A to point B. It's not going to be for hauling stuff.
I know. I'm just saying we're talking about the definition of truck. So
honestly, honestly, Daniel, I would say a Tacoma, but again, if you want to go for the Ridgeline, go for the Ridgeline.
That truck there that I was showing you a picture of, you could lay a whole piece of plywood down in the back of it between the wheel wells and close the tailgate.
Yeah, I know. I've done that before.
Yeah, they had 8-foot beds on them. So. Now you couldn't turn around in a parking lot. I got stuck in a parking lot one time because I couldn't turn around. I had to wait till people left. Yeah. But still, as long as you were ready for that,
Yeah. All right. So we've been going for an hour and 13 minutes. So unless anybody else has any other topics to talk about, we can start wrapping this up and getting some closure. If we can.
We'll have to have just a 40-year reunion hangout like here I am at the first Habitat house in Chattanooga.
So you're going to have a reunion with the people on the left?
What's that?
You're going to have a reunion with the people on the left?
On the left? Is that what you're saying?
In the left picture.
Oh. Well, let's see. That's my brother-in-law. That's my sister. See, a lot of these people, because I helped start Habitat here. And so when we first started, I had to just talk friends into coming and helping. Like, we didn't have like a boatload of volunteers. So I had to it was one of those things. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme. You had to get your family involved first, and then, go from there.
All right.
Y'all don't have a sense of humor. Nobody's laughing. Nobody's.
Sorry, Tony. All right. I think we're gonna close this one and let everyone go stretch their legs, chill out for a while. I know Gary's not doing his chat tonight because he's moving tonight, so I don't know. Maybe we'll go live again. Maybe something else will happen. I have no idea. But
Gary's moving?
Yeah, Gary's moving.
Oh, wow.
Yep. If you were a patron, you would know that.
I'm not a patron. I'm sorry.
But he just mentioned that he's not doing a show tonight. So.
You realize if we were all patrons to each other, we should just save our money and not give each other money.
We would be giving each other $1 back and forth, back and forth. Yeah.
Nobody would gain anything.
No one would gain.
So see, some of us are brave and we don't do it. So that there's an imbalance in the system.
I know I was the first, so I could say this. I was Gizzard Gary's first patron.
You were the first to not give on Patreon?
I was the first to give him on Patreon. So
awesome.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy. Sean be infringed.
I just want to say something for the record.
Go for it.
I hope these people know that I'm just trying to be funny when I say that the Ridgeline's not a truck, and
we know Tony. You're just trying to be funny.
It's just on good fun.
Yeah, he's
not good fun.
Tony's not trying to be offensive. He's just trying to be funny. We know that.
Yeah. I'm playing to the stereotypes of the Southern trucker, Southern truck owner.
Oh boy.
And if you have to explain, I guess
shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. On that note, we're gonna get out of here. So yeah. Tony, final words of wisdom.
Hey, what's this red button?
Buy Ford.
Buy Ford. Get an F-150. What does this button do? I have no idea, George. Let's find out.